Oh, sick?
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's Supercar Street Racing here after a little bit of a break. Took a vacation up in New York City. Just got back today, and to my surprise, we have this huge Amazon package here ready to be unboxed. You can see here, the seal is still fresh, tight on the package. So what we're gonna do today is take a look at this together and see exactly what we have. Got the Rings of Power seal on it, so you know it's special. Blessed by the Hobbits. And we're gonna go ahead and open this and take a look at it, because you guys are seeing this when I see it. Wanted to make sure that I opened it with my channel. Box is made with less material. You can scan it if you really care. I don't care how much material is made in the box. Honestly, who gives it F? But like, yeah. So here we go. And inside of this, there's this mysterious red barcode, which I don't know what that means. But it's pretty cool and special because it's red. Let me get this thing out of here. And then we have a box inside of a box. So I picked this up the other day on sale. And I'll get you a link in the description, but it was substantially less than normal. And I bought it with the monthly plan for absolutely no reason, just why not? Because it's zero interest. So we're opening this up now, and I love how it's boxed in box, like one of those little, I don't know what they're called. What are the little Russian egg things called, where you open one and there's a tiny one and a tiny one and a tiny one? That's what it's gonna be like here. And so going inside the box here for the whatever mystery object this is, and we're going to see exactly what this has inside of it. And then inside of this, we have this nice pull-out handle. Wow, Amazon thinks of everything. So inside of this, there's this handle that lets you pull it out of the box, so you don't sit there and struggle, which is kind of cool, honestly. That's awesome. And then look right here, peoples. We have the amazing Echo Show 15. Want one of these since it came out. Oh wow, we just got smoked by the local device, but we'll have to be careful when we say this word because the whole house will wake up. Here we have the Show 15. Has a beautiful blue packaging here with it. And on the front, you can kind of see what you can do with it. On the back, it says that it has household harmony with Alexa. And that's about it. Very simple packaging, honestly, for the Echo Show 15. There's not a lot on it. It's got a barcode with a little nom. So it literally says nom. I wish you could see this. It's like eating on the side of the package. It's got the typical little Amazon condom here. You just rip it off with satisfaction to get into the Echo Show 15. And then we're going to take a look at what's inside here. And damn, that is awesome. I am so hyped. I'm so hyped on this Echo Show 15. Do you see this? It's literally, wow. Okay, I'm hyped. Look at this thing. Okay, you see how big I am, right? This is me, and look at the Echo Show 15 chilling next to me and taking up the entire width of my body here. So stoked for this thing. Check this out, guys. Wow. And there's the mounting on the back. Looks like it's got a mount with it, which I didn't know. I literally ordered this on purpose without checking anything on it because I wanted you guys to see it. When I saw it, it does have mounting on the back. Inside the packaging, we've got this hello, bonjour, hola. And it looks like that comes out in one piece. And inside of that, you have some sort of mount. Guys, this thing mounts like a television. Pretty exciting. Here's what was inside the box, along with this manual. This power supply here. We've got some screws and drywall inserts. And we've got a manual there. So this guy mounts exactly like a television. So you mount this to the wall. Looks like, I haven't read the instructions, with these mounting screws like this. And then most likely the back of the Echo Show 15 somehow hangs from this. And I'm trying to figure out how that's possible. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make sense right now. It seems like this has the little lips here that regular TVs have. Okay, I see it now. All right, so on the back of the Echo Show 15, there's a little indentation right here and right here. Looks like these guys here, just little ears, just slide just like this right into the Echo Show. It would be this way. And then it looks like it slides down on it, just slots down onto this thing here. So we are going to now, I don't even honestly want to take this thing out of the packaging yet until we're ready to actually mount it. Now this guy is going to replace an existing Echo Show 5, but taking a closer look at this guy, on the top we have the familiar plus and minus volume controls, the do not disturb control, which is like a silent, and we have a mechanical camera cover. So if you shut this, the camera closes, and I'm assuming the audio turns off too. I haven't really looked into that much. And we have our connector in the back here, which is the standard round connector here, and it has also a USB. It's not a Type-C either. It's the, I don't even know what that's called. It's the latest of the old school USB. I don't know what the actual terminology for it is, but it has it, both of them. Usually you can't use the USB. That's usually for service only. So we just have the round style connector here and the slot for your cord to go into to exit wherever you're going to do it. Now mine is going through the wall, which we will take a look at shortly. And it is going to basically look like a picture frame on the wall. I didn't know how big this was. I'm kind of hyped about it, but we're going to take a look at where it's going here in a moment. But for now, that's all we can do, and then we can get to the setup here shortly. Taking a look at the Echo Show 15 here on Supercar Street Racing, and here is the included power brick. It does look a little bit different from the other Echo devices. As you can see here, it's a little bit kind of longer top to bottom. And we are going to power this thing up now together and see what happens. Now you notice the Echo Show 15 is in a big Echo Show condom. That's how it comes from the factory. And so what we are going to do now, right here, right now, is to simply lay out some protection for the Echo Show 15 before we take a look at it here. So laying out some towels here on the glass table, put the Echo Show 15 on, and now we have it here. And I have the lights dimmed on purpose, so when the screen comes on, we'll be able to check it out. And now I'm just trying to figure out how to actually open it. The condom, and it looks like it is from the top, has a little flap for you to open there. Fits it perfectly, and now we have some protection on the table. And if we look here, we have the standard Vesa size mount here, and in here we have a power and also a USB connector, and it is the not a USB Type-C. They have not moved to that yet. For the service interface is just a USB mini something or another. I forgot what it's called. But if you look here, there's a place for the power cord to run. I don't know how, I guess it doesn't matter because it's going to be spaced out from the wall at least this much. So you don't really need that big of a power slot for the power cable to go in. But as we power this on, I am going to pop it reversely and show you. And first of all, we're greeted with the Amazon logo here, which is typical for all devices. And then we will zoom in a little bit here and see what's going to happen when this guy powers on. All right, so there's the familiar Echo logo coming up on the Echo Show. Wow, the sound is nice already. I can tell you the sound is absolutely cool on this thing. And I'm not familiar with what sound it has in it, what speakers, but it definitely sounds better already than the typical Echo, and that is because, of course, it's bigger and it is connecting to my internet without me. It knows everything about me, about you, about your family, all of us, and it is connecting to the internet right now. It is tempting you to go ahead and get the wall mount instructions out so you can see how to mount it. We're going to do that together. It is replacing an Echo Show 5 and covering up an Echo Show 5 hole. And now it was looking for networks. And let's see if I've not had one successfully. Okay, so it knows it's me. I'm going to go ahead and say yes to this. It's because I opted to register it online. North America Eastern is correct. Back on the Echo Show now, as it showed my address. And this Echo Show is going to be in the living room. So this is going to be living room. I love this thing already. Living room Echo Show. Replace the old device. And device name is already in use. Living room Echo Show new. And we will rename it later. It won't let you have two devices with the same name. Here we go with our Echo Show 15. And at this time you can put what your photo display will be. But for now, we're going to go nature. And it wants to update our Echo Show 15 to the latest updates. And I think we should go ahead and do that now.
Updating this device.
Wow, thanks a lot, Amazon. Okay, so it's updating now. Do not unplug it. We're going to do this in real time so that we make a 20-minute video, because that's the pay threshold on YouTube, where you make some money finally and you make $1. All right, it says the device is updating now and it will take up to 20 minutes. It's got this beautiful background here for you to stare at of someone's kitchen. And it's telling you that you can do routines. So that means, let's say you want to wake up in the morning and turn on a bunch of devices and turn off a bunch of devices and play music. You can do that with the routines on the device here. It says you can link it to your Google Calendar, which I don't have a Google Calendar, so I don't care at this point. But all this is done with the Alexa app here. And that's how you pretty much set up your whole environment. When you are in the Amazon environment, you use the Alexa app to show. Whoa. So if I say it, every device will literally wake up. So that's how you configure your environment here in this ecosphere. It's telling you how to manage your smart home here. And apparently in the background, it is downloading and updating. So let's pause here while it does that. Echo Show 15 is booting up to the home screen now for the first time. You're going to see this as I see it.
Hi there. Welcome to your new Echo Show. I'm excited to show you a few things that you may not have tried yet. Let's get started.
So I'm going
I
to
can translate words and phrases for you. Try saying, how do you say happy birthday in Spanish?
So that's a little bit of an idea of how loud it is. It's very loud. So I'm just...
Okay, let's move on to the next one. The last two things I want to show you will help you navigate your device. You can access settings like Do Not Disturb and browse new things to try by swiping down from...
Okay, so this is kind of just a little tutorial that it goes through with you. And I swipe down from the top and I am going to the home screen here. First impressions, very, very high resolution screen. I'm used to having the other devices that have the low res screen, and this guy is quite the screen. Now, I don't know what the wake word is. Let's go to that. I don't know if we can get that here. See if there's any updates available. Ah, it's downloading another update. 7.5.3 is downloading. So once that's done, we'll be able to install yet another update. And I think the wake word is the same as the other devices. We're going to stop down now and hook this up to the 5 gigahertz network. This is connecting to the 5 gigahertz network now instead of the 2.4. Looks like we're good and connected. And the wake word is probably set from the app. I don't know yet. It's not important at this moment, but check this out, guys. The picture on this thing is absolutely insane. It looks so good. So hyped to have this installed on the wall. I wish I could do it somewhere else on the wall, but what my plan is to put this where the Echo Show 5 is now, and then move the Echo Show 5 over to the bathroom, the guest bathroom here. That's the only room that doesn't have an Echo device. But check out the amazing photographs here. There's a good look at the home screen. Let's see what the wake word is. Alexa. Alexa, show my smart home dashboard. That seemed to have worked, so that's the wake word. And if we go to our cameras here, and we don't see any thumbnails. Sometimes those work, sometimes they don't. But let's go to the backyard cam. It says unresponsive, but it's absolutely not. So sometimes these cameras have issues connecting to Amazon equipment. I mean, definitely the device works. So let's try the pool cam. And it exited us to the home screen. I was waiting for the Wisecam. So there's a good look at the pool camera. And I gotta say, the screen is absolutely fantastic. I mean, what a screen. I am so hyped for this. And the next thing we're gonna show you guys is getting this thing installed on the wall. Because, oh, look how it picture-in-pictured. Camera. We can close it with the X. Now we're going to show you guys how to mount this on the wall. On the back of the Echo Show 15 here, we see we have the standard VESA mount. Also came with this mounting bracket. You can see where the power cable goes here in the center. Let's take a look at the way the Echo Show 15 mounts. So there's some ears here on the mount. They go up into the Echo Show and it just kind of sits directly on them like this, here and here. So our goal is to figure out where this mount needs to go on the wall. How we're going to do that is we're going to measure. So they have a convenient little dude right here that tells you where the center is. That also is where the mounting holes are. And we want this guy to be replacing the Echo Show 5. It doesn't matter. It needs to sit center on this receptacle or outlet. Sorry, not receptacle. Switch panel, not outlet or receptacle, needs to sit center on this switch plate. So it will sit right here in the center. And then we need to figure out our up and down here to mount the actual plate. So we know that we need to have our center. So it's 6.5 here. So 3.25 would be our center. And we have this convenient little tab right here, which looks like at the center. 3.25 it is as we look. Okay, so our center of our Echo Show 15 is over this tab. That's where this arrow will line up here. That needs to be directly down to the center. Then we got to figure out where to put our holes here. So we have 8 pretty much. We have 8 inches from our holes to the bottom of the Echo Show 15. So we need to make sure we go 8 up, and then we'll throw our laser level over and mark these 2 holes. So just to be absolutely 100% certain we're not in the way of this, and to keep the spacing, we're going to do 9 inches above that, which will keep the same spacing, cover this hole, and allow us to mount our brand new Echo Show 15. So let's get the stuff we're going to need to mount this guy with. It's not too much and it's not too hard, and let's get that happening. So what did we say? We said 8 plus 1, we're going to go 9 inches above the center. We'll pull this guy out first, jaw line up to our center, and then we'll go ahead and get this thing mounted next. We got our Echo Show 5 here mounted with the Echo Show 5 wall mount. We're gonna go ahead and pop that guy out. Comes out really easy. And if you look inside the wall here, we have our power connector, which has been so wonderfully mounted and taped just to kind of keep it from moving. But we can go ahead and disconnect this guy now. This has done amazing over the last year, but it is out now and ready for the next room, which is going to be the bathroom. And then we have little clips here that keep the wall mount in place. We don't need this mount anymore, and it's moving to the bathroom. And of course, like they should be, they're a little hard to get the clips off. These clips are what actually holds the wall mount to the wall, keep the pressure onto the drywall that came right out. Now make sure you don't lose this power connector if you've gone ahead and run power to your device. And if we see here, this is what it looks like after you remove the Echo Show 5 wall mount, which is featured in another video. Now, our goal today is to get this guy mounted. It's not going to be flush mounted. It's going to be more or less a picture frame mount is what it actually looks like. And we're going to try to mount this guy 9 inches above the center. And doing that, we need our laser level. back here, and we have the level now. We know our center point, so we can go ahead and get at least one hole kind of level. And we got our level here. Okay, we got our mallet here. This shouldn't be super hard to actually pound in. If it does, you've got the hole too small. So let's go ahead and see all the dust going back there. And notice how that went nice and flush there. And let's grab our other inserts, which I lost. Here's the other one. So I really just kind of wallowed this out with my screwdriver. But if you get close enough, you can get it in there without. So any kind of screwdriver, or don't go too big on it. If you do, it'll be loose. Might work. Let's see. Yep, perfect. Not the best inserts, but they'll work. We got our inserts there. This is live. Remember, I haven't tested this out. So if I mess up with you guys. And then they give you, whoops, dropped the hammer. They give you 3 screws here. I got my cordless drill as well. Make this a little bit easier. So here's our mount. The only thing that would have been convenient is if they do like when they do TV mounts and they put a bubble level on the actual mount. So I noticed already they don't give you flathead screws. So that tells me that the mount doesn't even come close to these screws. And there we have our mount. Looks like it's level. Let's go ahead and screw it in. All right, that should be good to go. Moment of truth. Let's mount our Echo Show 15. If we did it correctly. So I'm grabbing that now. I'm taking the power cord out of the back. You can't see this because you're a little ways away. But this should just literally slide right over the mount here. So there's some little ears to line up. I actually dig that. That's perfect. I really got it close to the switch. Wow. Okay, no, actually that's perfect. And it's centered. If you look here, I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. It's a little bit low. You could actually raise it if you wanted to. I mean, technically it could go up an inch or two, but it almost is even with the switch. And I'm gonna leave it like that because when you step back, it looks kind of perfect. Up close, it's weirder, but it's flat against the wall. It's not hitting the switch. It's also covering the top line of the switch, and that's good. So now all we have to do is get our power cable. I would have wanted that a little bit higher in all reality. I don't know how I was off a little bit, but that's live YouTube for you. Go ahead and plug in our power connector. Tuck that into the wall. Remember, this is code legal because this isn't a permanent installation. We're not covering it. So you can actually do this without being against code. It's when you cover it up in drywall that becomes an issue. We get our Echo Show 15. Go ahead and plug that up. See how we're going to run the power cable. We're powered up. And there we have our power. Literally, this thing is mounted. If you step back, you don't see it covering the receptacle so much, so it looks less. Good sound, I'll tell you right now, the sound is awesome. Let's let this thing boot up and take a look at it. So here comes the Echo Show 15 booting up. And there we have it. Alexa, show my smart home dashboard. And here we go. So we go to the cameras and we go to the, okay. So it wants to verify my account. I am going to go ahead and do that now off camera. Went ahead and put the password in for the Amazon account. And now we see the lovely, beautiful Echo Show 15 here booted up, and it looks awesome on the wall. The only way it could really get better is to flush mount it. So if you did that, you would need to cut a hole here, flush it into the wall, and then trim that hole out somehow. And maybe that's an option for a later date. Alexa, play some non-copyright music.
I couldn't find any non-copyright songs.
Oh, really?
What other music do you want to listen to? Perhaps classic rock?
No, thank you, Alexa. So this is going to conclude our Echo Show 15.
What do you want me to play?
Every device is kind of all right, let's do a couple of other things before we exit the video. Alexa, show my smart home dashboard. Go to our cameras here, go to the pool. I'll see how it acts. And there is a good representation of how the Echo Show 15 works. And of course, it will do everything that any other Echo device will do. And pretty cool, man. The screen is absolutely amazing on this thing. So my plan is to hopefully make this the actual, well, the other devices are going off in the background. Plan is to actually make this guy the main device. I'm so waiting for this guy to shut up. We are back, and we have the Echo Show 15 completely installed in the wall. I played around with some of the settings for a while, took a look at the resolution, which is awesome, and I was playing with the idea of being able to play videos here, and then they would come out on the whole home audio system. Now, I did create an audio group with this guy in it and the dot in there that actually outputs audio to the system, and that does not work when I open up the YouTube channel, unfortunately. So it's not playing the audio from here in the house system. I also played around with Bluetooth. That also did not really work. I haven't put a lot of time into it, but the main point of this is getting this 15 installed so we can show you guys how it looks here above the switch plate there, and how the resolution looks and how this thing acts. And as you can see here, we got our home screen right here, and then if we say computer, show my smart home dashboard, computer, show my smart home dashboard, it should pop up a listing of all the smart devices inside here. There's groups and lights and plugs and switches and cameras. And if we go to our cameras, it does not show thumbnails, but if I hit backyard cam, let's see what happens. So they all are Wyze cams, so it accesses the Wyze app to, it's actually the skill to open up your Wyze cameras, and that's a good view of how the screen looks. And as you can tell, it is pretty high res. All the information for this guy will be in the description, so you can purchase one. Please use my affiliate links. It helps me out tremendously and supports the channel so that I can buy things like this to review. So far, so good with the Echo Show 15. And that's going to do it for today. If you guys have any questions about this device, hit me up in the comment section, and I hope you guys have a good day.